Sairam. So 76 years of independence, Indian independence, and 77th year has begun. So I have few thoughts about it. As always, we will discuss with one another and have our discussion and deliberation. So first of all, we are celebrating our Independence Day on the 15th of August. Good, nice. But my first question is, how did we lose our independence? Why did we lose our independence? Why did we have to suffer so much? Why did so many people had to die, fight? What happened to us? So many sacrifices, abuses our forefathers have gone through. It is a time for us to reflect on those facts also. Of course, we have to celebrate our Independence Day, but also we should reflect on the fact that we lost our independence and then we fought, sacrificed, and gained it back. Some thoughts, I'm sure, deserves to be invested on as to why we lost our independence. Well, these are all political occurrences and developments and administrative things, but we are into spiritual path, so we will move on from those thoughts to the freedom. Freedom, today is Independence Day, independence or freedom, whatever. In spiritual context, what is freedom? What is independence spiritually? Freedom from what? Freedom from whom? Freedom from which is holding us? What is it that which has captivated us? What is the essence? What is the meaning in spiritual context of freedom? Freedom is not free. It's very expensive. Trust me when I say this. In your life, in our lives, we always are caught in the clutches of the occurrences of our lives. There is no freedom from it. Let us reflect upon our own lives. Let us witness our own lives from the day we have, so to say, grown up. जैसे हिंदी में कहा जाता है, जब से होश संभाला हमने, पता नहीं आज तक संभाला है कि नहीं. What we believe that we have come of age, I really don't know if we have really come of age. Right? So-called coming of age to today, are we free? Do we have the freedom? I don't think so. So what is it that which is capturing us? What is it which has taken away our freedom? Freedom is not something who can give you, somebody else can give you, no. Nobody can give you a freedom. Freedom is your innate quality. Freedom is within you. You can only exercise your freedom. Nobody can come and exercise your freedom. It is yours. It's your fundamental right. I have to quote one story or one occurrence which happened in Shirdi. This is not mentioned in any of the books. Nowhere it is documented. Baba was standing at the ledge, I mean, at the, parapet wall inside of Dwarkamai. He was not that well established in Shirdi, barely about 10 years after his second advent in Shirdi. He settled down in Dwarkamai and he was standing there. As he was standing there, he saw one of the villagers had tied a buffalo to a rope, and he was taking the buffalo to graze to the fields. Baba stops him and asks him, he says, why have you tied that rope to that buffalo? And that villager says, he says, what else, for what other reason other than controlling him? If I let go of this buffalo, it will just go haywire. So to control the buffalo, I have tied this rope and I hold the rope in my hand. Baba says, so you control the buffalo? He says, yes, he can't run away. Baba smiles and stands quiet. Then his followers, Bhagat Malasapati and, Tatya and Mujib Khan and others, they understand there is something more to it. So he insists, Baba, what is it? Why did you ask him that question? And why is that smirk on your face? Why are you smiling? So Baba replies, says, has the buffaloes is in control of this man, or is this man in control of buffalo? The buffalo is actually controlling this man. The fear that this will run away and he holding the rope and ensuring that the buffalo doesn't run away anywhere, he is holding on to the buffalo or buffalo is holding on to this man. That fear of losing the buffalo. He is consistently in control of that buffalo. And buffalo is least bothered. It knows it is going to the field and it will gaze. It will have its fodder. This is said in Upanishads. The same thing. Mandukya Upanishad, I think. Saransh, the bottom line of that Upanishad is only so much. That's it. What you think you control is controlling you. That's life. The doership, which you think you have, you are the doer, you have to do this, you are doing this, you are in control, is controlling you. You are not in control of anything. You are not controlling anything, sorry. You are in control of everything. Your realities of life, which you think that you are controlling, is actually those realities are controlling you. Check your lives. My job, my husband, my wife, my mother, my children, my spouse, my friends, my relatives, my career, my job. I have to control. I have to be in control. I have to govern. I have to do. Actually, that is controlling you. Where is your freedom? There's no freedom. I met one yogi who was, for some trivial reason, was imprisoned for 2 months in a prison. So after he came out, I met him for some trivial reasons. I asked him, So you were imprisoned. He said, no, I was free. I said, wow, how are you saying you're free? I was absolutely free. I had no mobile phone. I had no worries. Food was served on time. I used to wake up early. I used to go to sleep on time. I used to exercise. I had access to the library. I used to read. I was free. Absolutely free in a prison. We all are outside in this free world, but we are prisoners, aren't we? We all are prisoners. So, what freedom are we talking? What freedom are we celebrating? So, likewise, the buffalo which that villager was taking to the fields to get the fodder was in control of this man. He had lost his freedom. If you cut loose that buffalo, it will go on its own, it will eat on its own, it will live on its own. There's nothing which this fellow has to do. But his sense of ownership on that buffalo, realities of your life which you are experiencing is that buffalo. Which you think that you are in control is actually is in control of you. That is the sense of freedom. Liberating from that is the sense of freedom. That is freedom. So are we really free? On the 15th of August, let us celebrate the freedom if we are really free. Right? Independence. We are so dependent on our own realities around us. Are we really independent? It's a biggest joke. Like I said, this sadhu, he was, for wrongfully, he was imprisoned for 2 months. And when the court realized that they have done a mistake, it happened in Meerut. So they released him and he was very happy. He said, oh my God, I'm out. Now I am getting into the prison. I was very happy in the prison inside. This is a bigger prison. I have to look for a shelter. I have to go begging. I have to, call up my family. I have to do this. I have to do. So let us understand the freedom in spiritual context. Freedom from your own thought processes. Freedom from your own conditioned mind. Freedom from the Arishad Vargas. The most important thing. One of you had mentioned today, on Independence Day message, that freedom from Arishad Vargas is a true freedom, which is very right. Kama, Krodha, Lobha, Moha, Mada, Matsarya. The lust, the anger, the greed, the attachment, the ego, and the jealousy. The causes of all the miseries in our lives. Freedom from that is what we need to attain. So how do we do that? It is by simple understanding about the realities of life. We have two extreme opinions about ourselves. One, lack of self-worth. We have no self-worth at all. Second, sense of absolute doership. Two extremes. Either we are extremely subdued and we don't value our own selves. We feel very low about ourselves. Yeah, we have another extreme that I am the doer. I do everything, without me, nothing happens. If without us, nothing happens, it's good. Nothing should happen. We just need stillness in life, right? The fall towards lack of self-worth, idanadi. The ego which you develop, that you are the doer, the recognition, I, me, myself, I am great, I, pingalanadi. Two extremes. Come to the Sushumna Nadi. Strike a balance. You are not the doer. You are a witness. You are a sakshi. You are participating in what is occurring in your life as a nishkama karma, without expecting the fruits of the results in what you pursue as right for you. Karmanyevadhikaraste ma phaleshu kadachana. You are participating, you are doing that karma without you will get the karma phala. There is no doubt about cause and effect, action and reaction. There's no doubt about it. I have no doubts. What you do, you will have the fruits, good or bad. But when it has to come to you, how it has to come to you, in which form it has to come to you, is not for you to decide. It will come to you. No doubt, because that's how the logic is, that's how the world is, that's how the system is, that's how physics is, that's how everything is. You swing your hand, there is a displacement, theory of displacement comes into effect, because you cut into the air and there is a displacement of air. There's nothing, every smallest of action has a reaction. If you inhale, the oxygen is absorbed, carbon dioxide is come out, and everything, there's nothing, you have the pranavayu inside. So anything and everything, including inhalation, as karma phala. There is nothing beyond that, as long as we live in this physical realm, in the body. So have no doubts that whatever you do, whatever efforts you're doing, you're making, you will have the fruits of it. When, how, where, you have no control over. And it is for the universe, for the modern day, everybody talks about, they are like, they think they are very intelligent nitwits, and they think that they don't want to call it God, because it's cliche, or they feel it is very low, a typical middle class opinion, God. So this universe, the word called the universe, has emerged in the contemporary lingo, which I love it. Nice. The universe will give it back to you at the right time. Don't worry. Take it easy. Karma phala, no doubt about it. Cause and effect. Action and reaction. The universe will pay you back. Give it back to you. So how you attain freedom? Freedom by participating in the daily occurrences of your life in a state of witness, a sakshi, a dutiful. There is one reality after your birth. Two truths of life, birth and death. One reality has already occurred. Birth. Second is awaited. Death. These are the only two truths, whether for our own self or anybody around us. Each one is going to die. Each one is going to shed the body. This is a part of the process. The universe has designed it that way. So these two occurrences, one has occurred, second is going to occur. Accept this fact. Now withdraw. So between these two occurrences, one which has occurred, second which is going to occur, what is it that you're going to go through is your choice. It's like watching a movie. You're responding to the sequences in the movie. If it is a tragedy, you will cry. If it is an action movie, your adrenaline is high. If it is a comedy, you'll laugh. You're responding. Being fully aware that if the one who is giving you an emotion of tragedy is acting. The one who is making you laugh is acting. The one who is performing an action is also acting. You are responding to all those things. And your emotions, release of your hormones, dopamine, serotonin, oxytocin, endorphin, or cortisol, everything is releasing based on what you're witnessing. The actions and the reactions in the body, these hormones are getting released. Looking at the illusionary drama in the TV, exactly how your life is. That is life. One occurrence has happened, second is awaited. In between is all a drama. Get out. Get out of the drama. Contemplate. Think through. Stop running around. Put your patterns to rest. Liberate yourself. Spirituality has nothing to do with God. First, liberate God from religion. It's high time we did that. God needs to be liberated from religion and your religious practices. Temple runs. Going here, going there, from here. I'm not saying it's not right, it's not good, but no, do it consciously. Know why you're doing what you're doing. More for wants and wants and wants is not going to help. Please seek what is really good for you. And be sincere in it, because the famous sayings is everybody wants to go to heaven, nobody wants to die. And without death, you can't go to heaven. But everybody wants to go, but nobody wants to die. Right? That's one of the best, statement I have heard. And also like what Confucius said, that we live as if we are never going to die. We die as if we never lived. Truth of life. And trust me, these secrets of spirituality or life or philosophy is written in the play. It's hiding in the plain sight. It is visible everywhere. You know it. The problem is in acceptance. All of us are going to go. Our children are going to go. Fact. The moment we say that, if I say that radicals that we are, Avadhutas are very radical, shub bolo. Oh, don't say that. Why? Someday they will live long. They'll live their whole life, but someday they'll also go. Oh, we would have gone by then. We don't have to see. Good. But sabhi jaane wale hain. When you accept the realities truthfully, sincerely, and honestly, then you are liberated. When you are denying to accept the truth at its purest form, factual way, you are still not liberated. You don't have the freedom. You are in the clutches of your thoughts. You are a prisoner of your thoughts. You are a prisoner of your emotions. You are a prisoner of your patterns. You are a prisoner of your fear. You are a prisoner of your confusion. You are a prisoner of your attachments. You are a prisoner of your addictions. You are a prisoner of your ego. You are a prisoner of your anger, greed, jealousy. You're a prisoner of those. If you want to attain freedom from these, not from anything. That is the true sense of freedom. Let me promise you, an Avadhuta is free. An Avadhuta is the only one I can say convincingly. I'm not trying to score a brownie point or trying to belittle or demean any other path or person or pattern. But an Avadhuta doesn't worship anybody. An Avadhuta is averse to rituals. An Avadhuta has no attachments. An Avadhuta has no patterns. They have nothing. An Avadhuta is just a Sakshi. An Avadhuta is just a witness. And he or she remains as they are, with or without the body, doesn't matter. The state of being a Purnavadhuta, we are all Avadhutas, of course. We are Kulavadhutas. And we are heading towards Purnavadhutas to become Purnavadhuta. Brahmavadhutas are born, like Sri Sainath Maharaj. Prathama Adi Brahmavadhuta is Sri Adiguru Dattatreya, the first Brahmavadhuta. And our Guru, Sri Sainath Maharaj, Brahmavadhuta. Like there are Brahmavadhutas who are at birth Avadhutas. But true path of attaining freedom, liberation, in its purest form, unadulterated and perfected form is Avadhuta Sampradaya. I am not marketing Avadhuta Sampradaya, I am justifying my statement. Because in Bhakti Marga there is Dasya. So there is Navavidha Bhaktis. There are there are differentiations. Avadhutas are mostly Advaitis, non-dual. There's nothing outside of me. There is no God. There is no me. We are one. Aham Brahmasmi. Tattvam Asi. Tattvam Asi. I am Atmanam Brahman. Prajnanam Brahman. So everything is one. Non-dual. No rituals. Nothing. Nothing. Contemplation. Meditation. Chintan, Manthan, Dhyana is all that Avadhutas live in. No temple runs. Nothing. Simple. So you all have chosen the path of freedom. Please practice. Don't witness the philosophy and be involved with the world. Don't be internalize the world you live in. Witness the world you live in and internalize the philosophy. So that is the true way of experiencing and living the free life. Freedom from rituals, freedom from, illogical practices, freedom from imposters, freedom from do's and don'ts, freedom from superstition, freedom from the clutches, freedom from fear, freedom from patterns. Freedom is not free. It will cost you. It will cost you your efforts. It will cost you your intellect. You have to invest your intellect. You have to invest your effort towards your internalization and travel within. There is nothing outside of you. Everything is with you and within you. That is true freedom. These are a few words. Pretty radical, I'm sure it was. But yes, the truth is bitter and it is radical. And we Avadhutas are known to be very radical about our opinions. and our expressions, right? Thanks for your patience hearing. Now, as always, I'm open to taking questions. Happy to answer your questions if there are any. Saipanth. Anybody? I can't hear. Somebody asked something.
Shomadi is trying to say something. I think she's muted herself. Should I stop the recording there or continue?
I think you can stop the
No,
recording.
sorry, Bhaiya, no